Welcome back everyone to Stauffer Garage, and on today's detail we're going to be cleaning up this Toyota Sienna that has been kid trashed, but also when the owner bought this car used, it had a lot of these stains in the carpet already that we're going to go ahead and get cleaned up today. Now during this process of the detail where you're pulling out all of the crap inside the vehicle, this is probably the most entertaining part for me because you never know what you're going to find inside these things. Now when I'm removing all this stuff and the seats from the car, this is when I get a really good idea of what processes and what steps I should take to get the car cleaned. And for this one in particular, because the amount of staining that I'm finding on the carpet, this is when I start realizing that one, I could probably try to extract it all inside the vehicle, but sometimes just getting the whole carpet out is a better way to get the car cleaned. For all of you watching this, if you ever want to remove any of the panels from your car or your center console or your carpet in general, remember that your car is put together on an assembly line to be put together as fast as possible. So when it's put together easily with all these snap things and a couple bolts or screws, it's going to be also easy for you to remove as well to get access to any of those areas that you're trying to clean. So keep that in mind. Just take your time if you're ever trying to remove something. Don't pull anything too hard. Just kind of take a careful look at it and you'll be able to get it out pretty quickly. And always remember that if you go onto YouTube and you search it, you probably can find a tutorial on how to remove something from your car as well. Now that I have all of these panels removed, I'm going to go ahead and vacuum the carpet before I pull it out of the car. And the reason why I want to do that is because if I pull out the carpet, all of that dirt is now going to fall into the floor pan, making even more work for myself. And I'm going to have to vacuum it anyways outside the car before I can pressure wash it. So getting it done at this point makes it a lot cleaner of a job when I'm trying to pick up this giant piece of carpet without it dumping all over the floor of the car or all over the floor of the garage. Alright, so if you haven't noticed already, this detail is kind of like the last one, but we don't have maggots or carpet larvae like some of you guys pointed out. But to be honest, with the amount of carpet that's dirty in this car, this is like the perfect candidate for just taking the extra time to completely rip it out. Such a big piece of carpet, it just takes forever to extract, whereas the pressure washer just makes it that much easier. So let's get the carpet out. And if you guys see right here, this is the white backing that's underneath the carpet. It's not even attached to the carpet itself, but if I used the extractor, it would have never got dry completely unless we pulled it out too. So by just pulling this out and cleaning it, it saves so much time. To To be honest, just by pulling the front carpet, you can kind of see how much stuff gets in there. I mean, this is where you'll find all your coins, things like that fall underneath, especially over there. Look at that. So there's a ton of coins over there and just dirt and everything else that gets in those side panels. Driver's side ain't too bad, but you know, cleaning this all up is easy. It doesn't take a lot of time. I mean, once you get the carpet out of the car, it's really not a ton of work to clean it on the pressure washer and get it back in there, especially when it's so hot like it is today. Make quick work of this thing. Now, one thing that's really hard to see is how much hair is in this carpet. So I'm going to be using my brush to get all of that out first before I apply my lightning fast from Chemical Guys for my stain remover on my carpet. And then I'm going to be using my drill brush to get all of that dirt ingrained inside the carpet, lift it up to the surface and get all of it loosened up before I use my pressure washer to kind of blast it all out. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out. So try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine. Now, if you're wondering what products I use in my videos, I have them all linked in the description box below for you guys to check out. I have my products on my website, foxclean.com, and then I also have the Amazon affiliate links to all the other products as well. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out. So try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna. Now, one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to use the pressure washer was not only because of the amount of dirt in the carpets, but with all of it caked on, there was like a gum spot or there was like a melted in lollipop or something. When you use the pressure washer, and especially with it sitting out in the sun like this, it literally softened it enough that the pressure washer was able to blast it out without having to do really any work at all. So that is one of the added benefits to doing it this way, and it does make it a faster process overall. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Now, this is a very unconventional way to squeegee out a carpet, but I have a rubber squeegee that kept breaking at the handle and it just wasn't able to move as much water as I wanted to. So I have a metal rake that I flipped over on the back side of it, and it honestly, it worked amazingly well. So, yep, I am definitely using a rake right now to squeegee out the carpet. Now, just for you guys that were concerned with me wearing sandals in the last video, I decided to start this one off with shoes, but by this point, and like most of my details, they get completely waterlogged and they get soaked, so I am switching back to the sandals, and that is why I choose to use those instead of shoes. Now, like I mentioned earlier, we're trying to save time by doing it this way over using an extractor inside the car. And even though I was saving time, this part of the detail took probably a good solid almost 2-3 hours to get done, just because the amount of dirt, but also the large amount of carpet that we had to clean. Now that I'm done pressure washing, I'm going to squeegee it out one last time, but then for the drying process, I have this collapsible ladder that I extended out as far as I could without it falling to lay the carpet over to dry, because the front of this one actually had a padded material on it, and because of that, it gets soaked up with a ton of water. But by hanging it up, it allows gravity to kind of do the work for you, and with it being as hot and sunny as it was, this thing probably took a good solid maybe hour to dry by doing it this way. Now, I've mentioned it before in my videos, but if you have rubber floor mats in your car, it really makes your cleaning process that much easier. And now, these floor mats didn't cover a ton of area, but they definitely help, so I'm cleaning those as well before I put them back in the car. Now, all of these interior panels and pieces that I removed from the car, I'm going to clean them now at this point because I already have the pressure washer out. The sun's still high, so I can get them dried pretty quickly. And for most of them, they just needed to be sprayed off, but some of them with more stubborn dirt and stains, I'm just using a general all-purpose cleaner in my drill brush. And once again, by using the pressure washer, it makes this a lot faster.
I've been keeping myself so busy, pushing out the misery, trying to find the peace in me. I wanna be I wanna find myself again.
Now, for me, one of the hardest things to do as a detailer is to figure out time management and customer expectations. So you have to balance how much work you do, how much extraction you do, what things you do first in what order, because you also have to consider when the customer is expecting the car back and how long it's going to take to dry. So at this point, I'm trying to get all of the extraction done first before we go and clean the rest of the inside of the car. So that way we do try to get as much drying as possible, especially with the seats. So that way they're not completely soaked when the customer gets the car back.
I've been keeping myself so busy, pushing out the misery, trying to find the peace in me. I wanna be I wanna find myself again. It's always a phase. I wanted to stay. No, you don't understand. I've been losing myself. I've been keeping myself so busy, pushing out the misery, trying to find the peace in me. I wanna be I wanna find myself again. It's always a phase. I wanted to stay. No, you don't understand. I've been losing myself.
Now, it's probably pretty obvious at this point that the car has a light gray interior color, but when I first saw the car, I was almost convinced that it was a light brown color, but yeah, it's light gray.
I've been keeping myself so busy, pushing out the misery, trying to find the peace in me. I wanna be I wanna find myself again. It's always a phase. I wanted to stay. No, you don't understand. I've been losing myself.
So purely.
Now, with the seats and the carpet outside drying, I'm going to go ahead and clean all of the interior panels, so the dashboard, the door panels, the headliner, anything that needs to be cleaned inside there at this point. So that way, when the carpet goes back in and the seats go back in, it's pretty much the last thing I do, so I don't track any additional dirt inside the vehicle. Now for any of the interior cleaning, I'm just using an all-purpose cleaner that I have diluted to 10:1 ratio. And then I'm also using my Fox Clean detailing brushes and Fox Clean microfiber towels, which you guys definitely need to check out at the end of this video. So head to foxclean.com, check those out if you need to pick up some detailing products as well. Now for any of the glass inside the vehicle, I'm using my Stoner's Invisible Glass, which is a great glass cleaning product that's ammonia free, so it's safe for tint. And then I have this reach tool that does a really good job at getting into the very front part of the windshield, and also it works well for coupes in the back. Now it's time to reassemble the vehicle and put everything back where it goes, which, to be honest, it kind of gives me the opportunity to test whether or not I remember where everything goes, which I haven't messed up yet. But also, it's the most rewarding part. It's the point in the detail when you see all of the fruits of your labor, all of the hard work put into it to get the car cleaned. And, as these before and after shots show you guys, the car turned out insane. And it's a used car that the owners bought, and they were really excited for me to rip it all apart, get it all cleaned like I typically do in my details. And so thanks to them for letting me have the opportunity to clean up the car, detail it, show you guys the process and tips that I use in my videos. So thank you guys for watching today. Hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.